94.1, the Rhythm of the Valley. It's Romeo. All right, good morning, Hot. What can I do for you?
What's going on? Smartest man in Kern County.
What's up?
Okay, I wanted to ask you something. Maybe it could be a topic.
Okay, what's up?
Why do females settle for looks and a broke guy than a gentleman that's hard worker, and not a good-looking guy?
Because they're idiots, and until they get done dirty by like four hot dudes with no money, then they realize they got to go to the not so good looking dude with the career.
Exactly, and I know that, and you know that. But see, once you make it a topic, you'll find out all the other idiot results from that.
All right. Thanks for calling.
Take care. Bye.
Already 42547. Yeah, I mean, most women, you think you gotta shoot for the stars, right? When you're young, you're dumb, you got high hopes and dreams. Every man's gonna make $1 million a year and have a six-pack ab and be the most romantic dude on the planet, right? I mean, you gotta wish for that, right? That's where you gotta start. You would think, like, when nobody says to themselves, you know what, I'm gonna start at the bottom. We're gonna shoot for the top and then work our way down as our expectations change of what our reality is going to be. And so you can't blame most women for going out with a bunch of dumbasses for a little while. Those meatheads that care more about their pecs and their arms than they do about a woman, taking care of her and being cool. The ones that drive their women's car around because they can't afford one because they got to buy protein. You know what I'm talking about? These idiots, these playboy types, these dumbasses who think they're so something. And that's the other thing. They can do that. And don't discredit these playboy types. They can do that because women allow them to do that. So you got to shoot for that. I mean, go out with one of them. Maybe he's the one, two of them. Maybe he's the one. But if you're settling for one and being treated like crap as a woman, yeah, you're an idiot. Because, like I said, your expectations have to change based on your reality. And the reality is most women, and most women do this, most women find themselves that, these playboy, meathead, good-looking, six-pack ab types, they're insecure and too into themselves to really treat a woman like she needs to be treated or like she should be treated. And usually most women, though, after 3 or 4 of those guys will decide, you know what, let me go find a good guy who's actually going to love and respect me, instead of take advantage of me, and take me for granted, right? It's pretty much how it breaks down. But you're right. There's some women still are holding out the dream, but also women understand. This is the other thing women need to understand is you have a shelf life. You really do. And I know you can think I'm wrong, but no, you have a shelf life. Okay. There's always somebody hotter and younger coming up right behind you. So you have a shelf life where you need to make a decision to either settle down or, keep trying, keep living that lifestyle. And then you're the old woman at the club that everybody's making fun of because you're trying to stay relevant. So yeah, most women don't figure it out. After a couple bad relationships with these good-looking dumbasses, they figure out that there's a guy out there who wants to treat them with respect, love them, and they can pretty much have a nice life. RD 42547-7. Romeo, it's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the Rhythm of the Valley. It's Romeo, RD 42547-7. Yo, Rome, you're talking about women having a shelf life. What about men? Well, I mean, men don't. At least not in the same way women do, but that's not what she was asking me. She was asking me about women, why they always choose idiots. Well, I mean, you got to at first, right? You got to take your shot. The problem with, they don't have the same shelf life. I'm not really sure why you're trying to change the subject. That's not what the lady called about. RD 42547-7. I mean, when it comes to being a woman, they don't. I shouldn't say that because here's the problem. See, and this is where it gets a little confusing because the other day, and somebody brought that up, Rome, the other day you said that these 40 and 50-year-old women are looking hot and staying younger, or hotter and younger longer. They are. But that doesn't mean guys want them. It doesn't mean that the young guys want them. It doesn't mean, the guys that want those women or the young guys that want those women are never going to satisfy those women. And those women know that. You're just boy toys. They don't want you long term after that. But at a certain point, they're going to have to accept the fact, even at 40 and 50, they're going to have to accept the fact that, even though they look hot, even though they're still doing something and got something going, they're going to have to look around their age range to find a guy that can meet their needs. Okay? So when I say it, when we talk about a shelf life for people, women do have a shelf life. As a societal standard. No, I didn't create that. Society says that. A 50-year-old guy can get a 25-year-old woman and be happy with it, even though they have nothing to talk about because have nothing to say anyways. But a 50-year-old woman will get tired of a 25-year-old guy fairly quickly. Okay? So it's just different when it comes to the shelf life of men and women. And there's always the next. The other thing is women are just mature faster than men. So the next competitor for, let's say, a 40-year-old woman, right? She didn't get her Prince Charming in her 20s or 30s. So she's competing with 20 and 30-year-olds. That's rough. She's going to lose 90% of the time. So RD4254777. It's just the way society works. It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. Somebody was asking about females. Actually, a female was asking about females and their shelf life, right? And yeah, they were actually asking why they date dummies. Well, because most men are dummies. When in their 20s, when you're hot, when you're young and hot, you got to take your shot, right? Until you get dumped a few times, treated dirty by a couple of six-pack abs and a dummy with no goals. Then you start to learn, hey, I need to step up my game and get a man with a job and a career. Good morning, Hop. What's going on?
Hey, Ron, what about the women that you think that the age of the stay-at-home?
Wait, say that one more time. I lost you. You cut out. I guess I lost him. You're going to have to call back and let me know. RD4254777. Good morning, Hop. What's going on?
Losing in what sense, Romeo? Because just like you said, women mature faster than men. So all those young girls who are getting the young guys or the hot-looking guys or whatever, those guys 9 out of 10 times are going to cause them trauma and damage. And then they're going to go and grow older, just like the older women. And then they'll realize why those women are single. Because they don't want to be dealing with all that bull crap. It's just a cycle. You win the guy, you feel like you're on top. And then he goes and shows you why the other women are not tripping off of him. Because he looks good only superficially, but all under his, the truth is he has demons. Yeah. He can't stay faithful. He's a cheater. He's a liar.
Yeah.
He lies about his income. The only thing he has in his life that's worth anything is his car. Let's keep it real. It's two sides. Older women, yes, they may not catch and get and all that, but it's because we know what the real catch is. We know that you're not getting what you think you're getting.
but that's what I'm saying. That's why I say older women. And this is why you older women are the devil now, because not only do you know that and you're smarter, you still look hot Lululemon and you work out. So that's changing the game. A 40 or 50-year-old woman 30 years ago does not look like a 40 or 50-year-old woman today.
Nah, because I'm 42 and I look good. And when they see me with my son, I have a son in his 20s, and they're like, I was at my son's school. We went to go pick up some transcripts or whatever because he was going off to college. And they just kept walking by us. And I was like, what is wrong with them? Like, we have an appointment. And the guy was like, oh, is your mom here yet? And I was like, I am the mom.
That's my point.
So
That's
I
my
was
point.
But don't nobody got time for that. They can have them young dudes. They just play games and they're going to damage them and let them have trauma.
Yeah.
And they're not going to want to be with nobody.
But they got to learn that before they understand. They got to go through that trauma to understand, wait a second, I'm choosing the wrong guy.
And when we tell them that, they be like, oh, y'all hating you old, auntie. Yeah, auntie done lived and learned, baby. You're going to be coming crying back to auntie in a few months when you see, when you drop that mask.
And then they be hating on you. Oh, you don't know. You think you look good. You don't know. They be hating on you. And all of a sudden.
Yep. And I'll be like, he showed you better than I could tell you, huh, baby?
That's awesome. Thanks for calling.
Bye.
I mean, she's absolutely right, and that's what I'm talking about. You know, you gotta watch out. You young girls gotta understand, man. And that's what the woman called to ask in the first place. Why these young girls be dating these dudes that be doing them dirty? Because these dudes, they don't need you. There are so many women out there for these dudes. The problem is, you women don't understand that in your personal situation, you have a shelf life for these men. And if they don't choose you by that point, then you got to start to reevaluate. RD4254 7-7. It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. RD4254 7-7. Some lady was asking me earlier today about, women, about why women date deadbeats, why they date these, muscleheads that don't treat them right. Well, because that's the shot. They got to take their shot. You got to try it first. But at a certain point, you got to realize where you're at in your life because, unfortunately, society, women have a shelf life. They just do. It's unfortunate, but it's the way that society is set up. Already 4254 7-7. Yo, Rome, sometimes I can't stand... Rome, something I can't stand is a woman who acting like a 9 or a 10 on Snapchat or Instagram because all these filters are camera angles, and when you actually meet them, they ain't nothing higher than a 4, and we're playing hard to get. I end up feeling like, damn, all that effort for this. I usually weasel them into paying for the movie or meal for me for them playing me. They don't know that's why, but that's why I do and don't call back. Well, I mean, that's a very good point, though. But they're going to lose in the end because they keep they overvaluing themselves when there are 9s and 10s out there trying to take that man. And I don't know if you're a hot man or not with a 6-pack, but I'm just saying, those 6-pack dudes, everybody's throwing themselves at them 6-pack dudes, right? So, I mean, they're going to play themselves. And they'll realize when they're at a certain point in their life, later in life, that they maybe made some bad decisions. And they're going to have to reevaluate. RD4254 7-7. It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. So a lady was asking me earlier today about why these women deal with these dumbasses, right? Why are these women playing themselves? Well, because they have to, You have to take your shot to maybe lock one down and then hope it works out for you because, why not? You don't want to start at the bottom. You might as well take your shot at the top before you realize that you might have to land somewhere in the middle when it comes to getting a man. But unfortunately, women have a shelf life and they don't understand that. So that's why you see some of these women still trying to get that dude and getting mistreated because, getting done dirty because, well, you don't understand where you're at, where your shelf life is as a woman. And unfortunately, society says that. Even though women are staying healthier and hotter longer, into their 40s and 50s, they're the last smoking hot women who work out, eat right, stay healthy, and look great in their 50s, or in their 40s. But those women are usually smart enough to know, hey, I'm not dating some 25-year-old. That clown ain't going to do nothing for me. He might be fun for a night or a couple of weeks, but they're looking for someone that's going to, take care of the business that needs to be taken care of for them as a woman now that they have a lot more common sense and they're smarter, but they understand that, right? It's these young ones who don't understand that. They just think they're always going to be hot, always going to be beautiful, and you may, But what you don't understand is a young dude who got a six-pack ab, works out, looks good. You might be chasing him, and you might actually get him for a little bit. But if you do too much, guess what? There's another 1,025-year-olds that look just as good as you that are going to snatch him up. And he knows that. That's why you got to understand what's going on in this game. RD4254-777 Rome. Can you remind these women who say that men are the problem? Statistics show that relationships with women involved are more likely to fail. And what I mean by that is lesbian relationships are the highest divorce rate. Heterosexual relationships are the second highest. And gay men's relationships are the least likely to get divorced. So I don't think men are the problem. Is that real? Are those statistics real? Uh-huh. RD4254-777. It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. Good morning, Rome. 842-54-777. Yo, Rome. You was at the fair last night. How did Ashante go down? I was not at the fair last night. I have no idea how Ashante went down, but Angel was at the fair. Angel went to see Ashante. I saw the news clipping. I saw it on the news this morning. I was watching the morning news, and I saw a video from last night. It looked like it was pretty packed. It looked like everybody was having a good time from what I saw on TV, but no, I wasn't there. I got to go to the fair for the Blue Zone project on Friday. They're doing a chop challenge with some kids from different high schools in Bakersfield, which I'm going to be out there for that, judging a healthy food contest. I know what a shock, me judging a healthy food contest, right? So I'll be out there on Friday. You guys want to come check that out? Friday, 5:30. I think it kicks off at 5:30 over at the Frontier stage. So you guys come on down. They're going to give away lots of prizes. So you come for the prizes, stay for the food. But yeah, I don't know. I'm sure Angel will call later this morning. I'm sure he'll call in this morning when and let us know how the Ashante concert went down and how many hot women were out there running around. You know, Angel. I'm sure he'll let us know. But yeah, the fair kicked off. It is now going for what, the next 2 weeks? Is that right? Or a week and a half? Is that how long the fair goes? I'm not really sure. RD4254-777. But yeah, I'd missed Ashante. It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. RD4254-777. Rome, you're talking about the fair. What about the food? What is your favorite fair food? To be honest with you, I don't beer. I guess my favorite fair food is beer because I don't really, I honestly don't really eat when I go out to the fair. I drink beer. Yeah, I don't eat. I go eat after. Romeo, it's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. All right, 842-54-777. Come on, Rome. You're lying. You don't eat when you go to the fair. Everybody eats when they go to the fair. Stop lying. I'm not lying. I don't eat. I stopped eating bad food. That's a horrible way to say it. I stopped eating fast food. I stopped eating food that's deep fried. I just stopped eating those types of food. If I'm going to eat now, I just, go to places, I still eat tacos and burritos and stuff like that, but I go to good places. And I'm not saying that the bear. I'm not saying the fair isn't good. I just stopped eating those types of foods. So I'm not lying to you. Like I'll go out to the fair Friday night for this Blue Zone. What's Blue Chew? That's the dogs, right? That's the animal thing, the animal website. Blue Zone for their project, and I'll try their foods that they're making because they're trying to provide people with healthier choices. And these kids are having a contest, and I'll go out there and try their food, but and judge the contest with a bunch of other people. But after that, I'll go out to dinner. I just don't eat like that again, like I used to. I stopped eating fast food as much. I rarely eat fast food. I stopped eating at the fair probably, I don't know, had to be at least maybe 10 years ago, maybe. Yeah, So no, I don't. There's everybody. You guys all have your favorite food. I get it. You got to go get your cinnamon roll and your corn dog and your baked potato and your, whatever it is that you eat out there, which is fine because it only comes around once a year. You got to eat it. I get it. I just don't crave that stuff anymore. I was just talking to my buddy this morning, and he was telling me, we're going to go to the fair on Friday just to eat. And I was like, well, okay. Okay. Have fun. I'll be out there, but it just doesn't appeal to me anymore. Not like it used to, for some reason. RD4254 7 to 7. It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. RD4254 7 to 7. Rome, Blue Chew, the sex pill. Oh, is that what Blue Chew is? Well, what's the dog? What's the dog website? Chewy? Oh, yeah, you're right. Oh, Raider Rob sent me that. Raider Rob, how do you know that? Yeah, you're right. That's the ad you be seeing on Instagram or whatever. The video. Yeah, now I know. I remember now. All right. No, I'm talking about Blue Zone. It's a project. It's a project to help you live longer. It's an organization in Bakersfield right now that's trying to get you to eat a little healthier, be a little better about your lifestyle habits and live longer. Okay. Hey, Rome, I'll be at the fair just for the beer. Yeah, that's really the only reason. I go to the fair to check the things out. But, yeah, I don't eat at the fair. I'll drink some beer. RD4254 7 to 7. But the Blue Zone Project, that's what I'll be at the fair for on Friday. 5:30 over at the Frontier Stage. Come check us out. Not Blue Group, Blue Zone. Not Blue Chew, Blue Zone. What's the name of the dog? Chewy? Chew. I always see those commercials about the dogs. RD4254 7 to 7. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. RD4254 7 to 7. Hey, Rome. It's funny. Are you talking about a sex pill right now? No, I'm not. I was talking about the Blue Zone Project, which is actually, it's really a great organization trying to get people to eat healthier, live a healthier lifestyle, so you live longer. But I accidentally said Blue Chew, and I didn't know what I thought Blue Chew was that pet, was where you order the pet stuff, the food. I thought that was called Blue Chew, but Raider Rob told me, no, it's a sex pill. So no, I'm not talking about a sex pill, but okay, what do you got? Oh, okay. He says, hey, Rome, are you talking about a sex pill right now? It's funny that you are, because my wife and I have gotten into an argument recently because I've started taking a sex pill to help me with sex. My wife found out about it, and when my wife found out about it, she got upset, asking if I was still attracted to her. I said it has nothing to do with my attraction for you. I just need it to help me with sex. What do you think, Rome? That's a good. I understand. I can understand why your wife would feel that way, because I don't think any woman wants to feel like her man can't, get ready for sex. I could see how she could feel that you're not attracted to her anymore. But I actually don't know. I don't know a lot about the sex pills. Do I know anybody that even takes one? I don't know anything about them. But I will say this. Let me ask you this question. Let's say you're not attracted to her anymore, so you need a sex pill, okay? How is that any different than a woman wearing makeup to be attractive for a man? How is it any different than women who do things to make themselves more attractive? How is that any different? What's the difference? It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. My boy sent me a video yesterday, I guess, of a explosion out in Elk Hills. It was a truck. A truck exploded. Anybody have any information on that? Yeah, let me know. I was just curious what happened. RD4254 7 to 7. Yo, Rome, I don't use them. Oh, Ray to Rob, I don't use them yet, but I see the ad all the time on Instagram. Yeah, those Blue Chew ads there's a lot of them. I don't know. I really don't know much about them. I mean, and a guy was just telling me that his wife is upset because I guess he's had to use them now with his wife, and she's upset when she found out about it. But yeah, I don't get it. Hey, good morning, Romeo. The same happened to me. My wife thought I wasn't attracted to her and turned into a big fight. Yeah, that's what some guy said. He said his wife found out that he was using a sex pill to help him, and now she thinks he's not attracted to her. I don't understand that. I mean, so why do you put on makeup or you do things to enhance your looks? I mean, is that not the same thing? Damn, Rome walking around with a you know what is this Friday at the fair. No one is safe. Oh, okay. Let's see. Hey, Rome, that man is just wanting to perform. Okay. You mean you got to do what you got to do, right? I think his wife should just be understanding about it. It's Romeo, it's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo, RD4254-7-7. Rome, that guy didn't ground his truck. Oh, is that what happened out there? He was just, what was he doing out there? What was, my buddy who was in the Army, he was telling me this morning the same thing. There's something, I guess when they were in the Army, they have to ground their truck. So I didn't know anything about that. I hope everybody was okay. Hey, Rome, I just wanted to put it down. Let's see. Oh, my wife got mad at me for taking a sex pill. Big fight. I just wanted to put it down. Like when I was younger, nobody wants their lady looking elsewhere for a good toss-up. Oh, well, yeah. I mean, shouldn't that be... I would think, why would you get mad at your husband for using a sex pill so he can have sex with you? What kind of wife does that, right? All right, 842-547-7. Yo, Rome, especially, what's it say? The man is cheating with a younger thing. That's why he's taking sex pills. You don't need that unless you're doing something on the side, especially if he didn't tell his wife about the pills. So he was cheating. That's why. I don't know. Another guy texted and said he did the same thing. Got in a big fight with his wife because he was taking a pill for sex and she didn't. She got offended. I mean, wouldn't I could see a man not telling his wife he's taking a sex pill. I could see his ego, ego being hurt a little bit, and I could also see her though getting upset, afraid that she's not attractive anymore. But yeah, RD4254-7-7, Rome. Not necessarily. My ex was using them, and turns out he was having an affair. Of course. The one thing you can count on this morning show, the one thing you can count on, no matter what a man does, you'll always have somebody calling and saying he's a cheater. Doesn't matter. I mean, the guy could bend space and time for this woman, and he's a cheater if he doesn't do it right. It's just unbelievable. All right, 842-547-7. Maybe the guy just wanted to have sex with his wife and he needed a little help. What's wrong with that? Romeo, it's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valleys. Romeo, hey, Rome. I'm a woman going through menopause, and I'm in a same-sex marriage, okay? So my wife gets it. She's still attractive as ever, but lack of hormones can cause a disconnect between the brain and the body. The frustrating part is a woman can't just get a pill to fix it. You can't just get you a Blue Chew and be ready to go. So to all the wives mad at their man, they need to chill out. It happens as we get older. A little help in the bedroom should be welcomed. Yeah, I mean, that would make sense, right? Like a guy texted and he said that he was taking a sex pill, right? And he told his wife about it, or she found out about it. When she found out about it, caused a fight because she thought she wasn't attractive enough to him anymore for him to be aroused. Okay? Well, my question to you is this. Why are you mad about it? He still wants that, It's okay when women do things to make themselves more attractive, like makeup and enhancements and things like that. Men are just supposed to accept that. But you want to be upset that your husband is trying to get help for himself to be with you? Does that make sense to anybody? RD4254-7-7. Hey, Rome, skip them sex pills. They need to take them honey packs. It'll make your Johnson harder than trying to buy a car with bad credit. Oh, my man is coming through with some jokes. I have to explain this every time. This local comedian, Bobby Ortiz Jr., he started texting the show. So he's a local comedian. I went and checked him out online. He's funny. So now he'll text me jokes. And he's got funny jokes. You guys check him out. Bobby Ortiz Jr. Oh, man, that's funny. Throw me on Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the Rhythm of the Valley. It's Romeo. Hey, Rome, still a Tyrone. My guy, Bobby Ortiz, he's too funny. Yeah, that Bobby Ortiz Jr., he got some jokes. I went and checked him out online. He's a local comedian here in Bakersfield. Yeah, he's got some good jokes. Good morning, what's going on?
Hey, Romeo, are you talking about the guy with the pills?
Yeah. His wife got upset when she found out he was taking pills for her.
Now does that sound right to you?
Does it sound right to me?
What he's saying to you, does that even make sense?
Well, it does, yes, because another guy said the same thing. I texted the same thing, but do you want me to tell you why it makes sense, or do you want to tell me why you don't think it makes sense?
I think it's something else. I don't think he's being totally honest with you. I don't think that.
Okay.
I think most men that have issues with ED have a medical issue. So it could be something going on with his blood pressure or his heart or something, and that might make her upset because if you take that pill, that could affect you. So that's one thing.
Hey, but let's be honest. Wouldn't that be the best way to go?
Well, I mean, yes and no, right?
Could you imagine that story? You could tell, man, I worked that guy so hard he didn't make it.
That actually happened to somebody I know.
Oh, no. Are you serious?
Yeah.
During sex?
He had a heart attack. But get this, he was cheating on his fiance.
Oh, no. He had a heart attack cheating. And,
yes.
Oh, that might be karma.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Yes. So,
well,
I mean, either he's having medical issues or he is cheating. And he found the pills, and if their sex life is still lame, he's like, well, what you got these pills for? Because we're still having the same old sex.
Let me ask you a question.
I don't think he's telling you the truth.
Let me ask you a question. And I'm going to defend him a little bit by saying this. As a man's ego is pretty damn fragile. For a lot, especially in Bakersfield, a lot of these guys are little punk ass, egotistical, insecure. You know what?
True.
And they would be afraid to tell their wives because, I won't be a man if I got to do that. That's the only reason I would believe him is because of his ego and insecurity that might not allow him to be honest in that area with his wife.
Now, I give you that if he's younger. If he's a younger man, because sometimes young men are dealing with ED.
Okay.
I give you that.
Okay.
But majority of the time, they're him and his wife are in the same age bracket, and she knows. You know, when you get older, something happens. There's no reason why you would not tell your wife, hey, I'm going to bring something to the bathroom that's going to enhance her sex life. Like, why would you tell her that? That's your wife.
I can't argue.
You know, anybody.
I can't argue your logic. I can't. You might be right. I don't know. We don't know. You might be right.
You know, men lie like they breathe. I don't even know why you believe him.
Hot 94.1, the Rhythm of the Valley. It's Romeo. Good morning. What's going on?
Stop Top of the morning, Mr. Romeo.
What's going on, man?
Man, Mr. Romeo, man, I've been trying to call you for over an hour, man.
Well, what's going on? What happened?
Man, you wouldn't believe me, man, but baby herself just came through the drive-thru, man.
Wait, who?
Ashanti.
Oh,
She just came through, man. I'm telling you, man. I had to tell her you like to light up to my cigarette. Oh man,
Shante.
I hooked her up. Gave her a bacon breakfast burrito and a steak. No lie, Mr. Romeo. It's still in town, man. Tell the people, man.
Ashante, there ain't no way in hell Ashante's still in Bakersfield.
Oh yeah, man. That's nice. She said she had a great time in Bakersfield, man.
Well, I bet she did.
Yeah, man. She said she saw a lot of fights, man.
In Bakersfield? Well, hey, if it ain't on... Hey,
I think she performed at the fair last night.
she did, but if it ain't on Kern County activities, it didn't really happen. That's the new standard, by the way, for Bakersfield, Kern County activities. If you ain't seen it there, it didn't really happen.
Oh, man, I should have recorded her in the drive-thru, man.
Exactly.
Man. Imagine that, man. I would have had a line of people right now buying my burrito.
Exactly.
Stop for the morning, Mr. Romeo.
So Ashante ran through a Del Taco this morning, huh? All right. It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. Good morning, Hot. What's going on? Hello?
Hey, Romeo.
Hey, what up, man?
I just want to point out, that lady just called earlier. She don't know nothing. You know how it is about men. If we go out there, work, we roughneck, hey, dog, you should try this new pill. It's going to work, make you feel like an animal when you get home. You know what I'm saying? It ain't cheating, dog. You don't know nothing. Same thing, everybody thinks this is going to make you feel like a rhino. And then your old lady be like, oh, where did this come from? That's what that is. That's no cheating, no nothing like that. We all know. We all boys hang around, talk to each other.
All right. All right.
That's all that is.
All right, brother.
Ain't no cheating or nothing.
Thanks for
a little bit of help ain't going to hurt.
All right, man. Whatever helps, right? Whatever helps ain't gonna hurt. That was hilarious. She said, you know men lie like they breathe. I'm never gonna forget that line. You know men lie like they breathe. All right. 842-547-7. Yeah, about the sex pill. If guys got to take them, they got to take them, right? And I think you wives should just be happy about the fact that you getting it, you know? And I don't even know, because there's a lot of men out there that aren't attracted to their wives, right? Sorry. But she might be right about the fact that there's something else going on if that couples do talk about that, right? Or do couples talk about that? Do couples really, do you guys talk about your attractiveness towards each other? Are you guys comfortable in your marriage saying, look, I'm not attracted to you as much as I was because of this, or you're not attracted to him or her or whoever because of that? You guys still have that conversation? It's Romeo, it's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. A guy texted earlier. A couple of guys actually texted with the same scenario about these sex pills, you know, that he was taking them. And when his wife found out, she got mad. She thought maybe she was not attractive to him anymore. So she was upset about it. Why are you taking these pills? What's wrong with you, right? They argued about it. A couple of guys actually texted the same conversation they have with their wives. RD42547-7. Good morning, what's going on?
Hey, good morning, Romeo. I just want to talk about that topic.
Yeah, what's up?
So you know how that guy called in saying, oh, the rhino pill just gives you an extra boost in the bedroom?
Okay.
Okay, look. Those rhino pills are going to last forever, right? I don't know how many hours they're going to last, but look, if you have a housewife with kids, listen, she don't want to be in that bed for 3 to 4 hours. They don't want that. We got laundry. We got to think about the next day's meals. We got to put the kids get up for school. Listen, we don't got time for 4 or 5 hour marathons. What we want is more foreplay. At least 20 minutes. And then give us that 2 minutes to knock us up. That's all we need. We don't need no rhino pill. That's all I have to say about that.
Okay.
All right, you have a good one, Romeo.
You too, bye.
Bye.
Damn, that's hilarious. He said, I ain't got time for all that. It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley is Romeo. I want to talk. I don't know if I'm just so far ahead of the game or if I'm just so on point with what I do or I'm like a psychic or if God just loves me more than the rest of you. But let me explain a little insight. Every single day, I actually write out a show, okay? I write out what I'm going to do, and I am ready for it, okay? And I do it a month ahead of time. So everything that I'm doing today, everything for, what are we in? We're in September right now. I already know everything I'm going to do in October, okay? I have an idea of what we're going to talk about written down, so I know. So I'm prepared, right, to have a conversation with you. And it's all stuff that relates, to what's going on. Halloween's coming, things like that. So today is the 18th. Well, last month on the 18th, I wrote down, hey, we're going to talk about getting fired. Some of the craziest reasons, stupidest reasons, whatever, why you got fired. Now, why I wrote that down, I'm not totally sure because it was a month ago. But this is why I say I'm either lucky, God loves me more than everybody else, or I'm just a psychic or ahead of the game. Everybody's talking about Jimmy Kimmel getting fired for whatever he did. And it's kind of big news. It's on social media. You see it on the news and people are talking about it. And, a show will normally take what's going on in the world. And there are people talking about it today. There's other radio shows talking about, oh, Jimmy Kimmel got fired. Jimmy Kimmel got fired, blah, 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 right? I don't care why he got fired. I don't know anything about it. But my point is, I want to talk to you about why you got fired from your job. But I had no idea that was going to happen. That's why I said I must be the luckiest man in the world. Karma, good living. I have no idea. But that's how it works out for me. That's how it always. I remember one time I was when Siri first came out, or when talking to Siri, I thought, man, it's a great bit. I wrote it all out about doing a bit about Siri being your girlfriend, and then Big Bang Theory does an episode about Siri being Roger's girlfriend. Like I said, man, I'm just ahead of the game. Already 42547-7. Well, let's talk about getting fired. Why'd you get fired? I got fired from a job once because I went to a Prince concert. I was working for the radio station up north, still in college, and I still had a job. So I was doing both, and Prince came to town, and of course I worked for the radio station, so they're like, hey, here's some tickets for you to go check out Prince if you want to go. And I said, hell yeah, but I had to work that night, so called in sick, went to go see Prince, next day got fired. I didn't care. I got to see Prince. But anyway, all right, 842-547-7. Let's talk about it. Why'd you get fired? Why'd you lose your job? All right. Romeo, it's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley is Romeo. Talking about getting fired, man. Why'd you get fired? 842-547-7. Good morning, Hot. What's going on?
What's up, man? I got fired for being afraid of spiders, man.
All right, you're going to have to explain that. What?
I was working at Big West, man. I was doing landscaping and stuff. So I was using weed eaters, ride on lawnmowers, blowers, and stuff like that. Then somehow, some part of the year, I guess there's a lot of tumbleweeds out there at Big West. So the tumbleweeds get the blowing in, but the tumbleweeds ain't no normal tumbleweeds. The tumbleweeds like the size of truck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they tell me that there's brown recluse spiders in the tumbleweeds. So I get to thinking back to the training videos of the wounds that I've seen from brown recluses.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, I'm not grabbing that tumbleweed. So he hands me a pitchfork. I'm looking like a pitchfork. Needless to say, that was my last day on the job.
That's crazy, man. All right, hey, thanks for calling.
All right, man. Have a good one, man.
Yeah, what's going on?
Rome!
What's up, man?
So
What's
I
up?
didn't get fired, but so my boss's mistress got fired because I was hooking up with her, and he found out.
They didn't fire you, though?
No, he couldn't fire me.
Damn. All right. Way to get a
couldn't
girl
fire me
fired.
because there was no real reason to fire me, and I was already fully invested in the company.
Damn, but they fired her, huh?
Yeah.
Nice. Way to
Only
get her
been there
fired.
like 4 months.
All right, man, later. Out of the 4.1, the Rhythm of the Valley's Romeo. All right, let's talk about getting fired. All right, 842-547-7. Let's see here, Rome. I got fired because they found out I lied on my job application if I had any felonies in my background check. Only reason they found out is because I told the manager I felt comfortable enough to tell because she was also doing bad things at work. Example, as in a group of us were taking tequila shots a day before New Year's, but she felt strongly the next day that she had to tell upper management about me lying on my application. Yeah. Hey, if you're gonna lie, man, you gotta stick to the lie, man. Always stick to the lie. Hey, Rome, I only got fired once for a good reason. But my sister used to work at Subway, and sometimes we go in, she'd hook us up, and one time we made a bet. She made me a big-ass sandwich with every meat, cheese, sauce, and veggie in it. She told me if I finished the sandwich, it was free, so I finished it and threw it up in the middle of the Subway. My sister got fired for that. Wow. RD42547-7. It's the dumbest reason you got fired. It's out of the 4.1. Out of the 4.1, the Rhythm of the Valley. It's Romeo. So the CEO of some mortgage lending online company fired like 900 people on a Zoom call. To me, that's a little tacky. If you're going to fire somebody, you got to fire them in person. I'm not so sure. Zoom, a text message, a telephone call. You got to be more, you got to have more respect than that. RD42547-7. Yo, Rome. I got fired because I told my boss she was horrible in bed. That'll do it. Rome, my brother and I got fired for stealing a $30 roll of plastic. Yeah. Hey, Rome, I lost the job because I clock out 3 minutes over my 5th hour. Night manager said he was going to fix it because they had me come in an hour earlier than my usual schedule because of the Black Friday shopping. But I was holding down 2 full-time jobs. Then a week later, they said it wasn't going to get done. Oh, they said things were not getting done in the departments like they wanted. I was there covering 5 different departments and help out at a cash register. Then they told me to reapply. I told them no, that's their loss. Wow, that's crazy. Rome, haven't got fired yet, but on my way to go see HR right now. I kept telling this roughneck that he stinks like you know what. After a month of me taking you know what about how bad he smells, he went crying to the office. What a punk. Take a shower and I won't talk smack. So you might be losing your job today. All right, good luck with that. It's out of the 4.1. Out of the 4.1, the Rhythm of the Valley's Romeo, man. Talking about getting fired. What happened? 842-547-7. Yo, Rome. I got a funny story. Hey, I got a crazy story of how I got fired. I used to work in the media here in town, a Spanish station. Okay, to make it short, the wife who runs sales came and snapped her fingers at me, going all crazy while I was in a short meeting with a salesperson. It got me so bad because it wasn't the first time. Oh, got so mad. It wasn't the first time that she did that. So I went to social media and said the following: I guess she didn't get any D last night. No names, nothing, but she took it personal. 2 days later, I was fired by her husband, the main GM. After that incident, the company made employees sign waivers on social media. That was back in 2014. Okay. I thought it was your wife. Okay, it was somebody else's wife. Oh, that's pretty funny. Yeah, I probably shouldn't do that. Good morning, Al. What's going on?
Yeah.
What's up, man?
Yeah, I was working at a golf course one time when we were kids. And, the golf range, the little thing that goes out and picks up the balls.
Yes.
Yeah, well, our tractor was broken, so they had a makeshift one with a golf cart. Me and this other kid that worked there, we told him, no, we're not going out there, had no protection. So the guy in charge, he went out there, so me and the other kid grabbed a couple of golf clubs, and we started hitting balls trying to hit him. Yeah, so I got fired. The other kid didn't because his dad was a member of the golf course. I was a guy.
That is hilarious. Dumbass kids, man. Out of the 4.1, the Rhythm of the Valleys. Romeo, talking about getting fired, right? All right, 842-547-7. Yo, Rome, I got fired because I got married during a blackout date. Even though I put my request in advance, I said I needed to report to work. I worked at a gym. Why does a gym even have blackout dates? Yeah, why? Hey, Rome, I got fired from a grape freezer for throwing grapes at someone, and someone was recording me and showed it to the boss. Hey, Rome, I worked for a company for 8 years. First time getting in trouble was when I got caught sleeping, and they fired me that same day. They told me I could fill an application for my job back. I turned it down, and they called me back 2 months later wanting me back. Well, did you go back? Good morning, Al. What's going on?
Hey, Romeo. So, back in the day, I worked at PetSmart, of all places. I worked at PetSmart.
Okay.
And there was a customer that was really upset, and he wanted to speak with management, right? So we call over the manager, and this guy, I don't even know what's going through his head. He flips out, and he slams the manager up against the wall and is holding him there, and everybody's panicking, and they all run behind the cash registers, right? Okay, back then, I was a solid 280, right?
Okay.
And I jumped on this guy's back and just threw my body weight back. We fall to the floor, and I just laid on top of this guy. Laid on top of him. The manager ended up trying to hold him down a little bit. Called the cops. The cops get there. I get up. They take him, and I got fired for getting involved.
Wow, really?
Yes.
Man, that's cold. That's cold. Wow.
Right.
Hey,
right.
Thanks for calling.
Yeah.
That's cold right there. Hey, Rome, I got fired from Old Navy because I told a lady who specifically just watched me fold an entire table not to touch the stack of T-shirts and just tell me what size she was looking for because I'm not folding them again. You can fold them back yourself if you mess them up. Well, customer's always right? 94.1. 94.1, the Rhythm of the Valleys, Romeo. So why'd you get fired? 842-547-7. Good morning, Hal. What's going on?
Hey, Ron. Back in 2003, I used to work for a football stadium.
Okay.
And my job was to escort the visiting teams to and from the locker rooms and back to their buses.
Okay.
So it was a cool job. I was just security and stuff. It was my favorite job. I had a lot of good times. Met a lot of good people.
Yeah.
Well, so this day that I got fired, my football team was playing against the team that I worked for, and underneath my work shirt, I had a white T-shirt. I had my football team's logo underneath, and you could see it showing through.
Yeah.
And so and everyone where I worked with, they all knew that I liked this team instead of the one I worked for. I never made a secret about it.
Okay.
And so this day, the game was over. And my team was going back to the buses. And a football player said, "Hey, you're a fan." And I was like, "Yes." He's like, "Let me get you a signature." And I said, "Oh, no, I can't do that." And he's like, "I ain't going to tell nobody." I said, "Yeah, but I can get in trouble." "No, don't worry about it." So he took a marker and he scribbled across. He unzipped he pulled my jacket to the side and he scribbled on it. And then he zipped it back up and gave me the marker. And I was like, "All right, cool, whatever." He got on the bus. I didn't tell anybody.
Yeah.
And so he leaves or whatever. And the next day it was my day off. And I went home and I go, "Oh, I'm going to give this shirt to my brother for Christmas." I didn't have a gift for him. So I just give him my autographed shirt. It was his favorite team, too.
Okay.
And so I go get my check, and they told me to open the envelope. And so I opened it, and there was a piece of paper behind it. I'm like, "What's this?" And they're like, you messed up. You did a really big mistake. And I said, "Oh, what'd I do?" And they're like, "You're being fired." And I said, "Why? What? I didn't do nothing."
Yeah.
And they said, "Did you not get a signature from a football player?" And I said, "No." I said, "No."
Wow.
He forced it on me and gave me the signature. I'm not going to be like, "Well, you didn't put up a fight." I said, "Listen, I'm not going to put my hands on a multi-million-dollar player. And what if he falls down and gets hurt and he's out the game? I'm in trouble. The whole nation's going to hate me. I'm not doing something like that." And then they said, "Well, you know what? We can't have you work here anymore." And I had some football tickets. It was for a Super Bowl. I had a 4-pack that I had bought. I earned it from work. They were giving it to me as a gift. They took the gift back.
Wow.
And fired me on my day off.
Damn. Yeah, that is petty. That has got to be one of the stupidest reasons to fire. Just
and
because.
then what made it worse was that I had already promised the tickets to my dad, my stepmom, my little brother, and my sister, and they were already paid. They were already going to come for the Super Bowl.
Oh my God!
And then to add insult to injury, my team lost anyway.
That's awful. That's just horrible.
So I got fired because I got a signature, even though I said no. And I go, how did you even find out about it? We had cameras.
That's just awful. That has got to be the stupidest reason ever to fire somebody. Just got to be horrible. That's just ridiculous. All over. That's so stupid. That's so
after
stupid.
I got fired, I'm going to be honest with you, I went and cried in the truck. I cried. And then when my team lost, I cried even harder. So I was like, damn it, that's why they lost, because I wasn't there to cheer them on. And that's my story.
Oh, that's funny. Hey, thanks for calling.
All right, have a good one. Bye.
And I know you guys are asking me why didn't I ask her what teams they were? Well, it's not the bit. Why'd you get fired? It's Romeo outside 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valleys. Romeo, we're talking about why'd you get fired? Either a dumb reason, maybe it was a legitimate reason. I don't know. I'm trying to think. I've been fired from quite a few. I've been fired, let's see. I've been fired once, twice. No, 3 times. I've been fired 3 times in my life. RD4254777. Yo, Rome, once I got fired from Mary Kay Shell Psychiatric Evaluation Center. The back door was broken and everyone knew it. Sometimes it would lock, sometimes it wouldn't. It was supposed to lock automatically. A patient got out and stripped naked. I couldn't catch him. I took the blame and was fired. Cops don't come to a naked guy call. Oh. Yeah, I mean, sometimes things happen. RD4254777. Why'd you get fired? It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valleys. Romeo, so we're talking about getting fired. Why'd you get fired? Hey, Rome, crazy story. I was about 25 2 years ago. I date this woman, 22 at the time. And at the job I was cool with everyone. It was all guys, and we would talk about crazy stuff. That would get HR called. I would get HR called on us. My boss, he as well would get involved, and I'd tell my coworkers and bosses about the wild stuff I would do with this woman. So after dating the woman for 2 years, she wanted me to meet her parents. So she set up dinner and everything. I pull up to her house, walk through the door, and see my boss from work, literally, Romeo, kicked me out of his house, called HR on me, and got fired by lunchtime the next day. Before I left, sent all the sex videos I had with my boss's daughter to my coworkers. Oh my God. Why? What did the chick do? You broke up with the chick too? Hey, Rome, this is Seahawk Lou. I got fired from my last job because I would call off Saturday and Sunday too much. I think that's unfair. It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valleys. Romeo, so why'd you get fired? Good morning, Hot. What's going on?
Romeo, I got fired before from Macy's for doing loyalty fraud.
Loyalty fraud? What is loyalty fraud?
So when you work at Macy's, you get like loyalty points when you pay for stuff. There's this mom that was school shopping, but she didn't have enough. But I had loyalty points, so I gave them to her so she could have enough for her school clothes for her kids.
They fired you for helping somebody out.
Yeah, literally. And I asked them, like, well, what am I getting fired for? They're like, loyalty fraud. I'm all like, but they were my points. They're like, yeah, but we're not allowed to do that. So I got fired.
Really? Okay. Yeah. That's weird.
At least the kids went to school looking nice.
Yeah, that's good. That's crazy. All right. Hey, thanks for calling. Later. All right, 4254777. Yo, Rome, I got fired because my boss at the time was a something, and I called him out on it, and I'm private event, went to HR, and I still got the boot. Was a what? Oh, yeah, I think you meant to say something different, but okay. RD4254 7 to 7. It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.